Philly fan. Philly fan.
You already know, like, Philly fan TV, man, free meat, man, that's what we doing, free the homie, Dawud Bey, Dawud Bey, the whole Dukes of Soul, Philly, that's how we carry it. Wind up. Yeah, big club, you already know, live from the Jay-Z show, 444, you already know.
What's up? We down here mobbing, doing our thing down here, pushing free meat meals.
You know what I'm saying?
I know what it is. We got K-Dot.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying? This up, Nizzy Straws,
Lil Nizzy.
Bop. No one killed out now, we got next, you know what I mean?
We got now. We got now.
Free meat meal.
And I'll tell y'all something. Like I said, it's a human issue. Human issue, not a black and white issue, a human issue. But black people in particular, we gotta get our shit together. We gotta start working together. We gotta boss up. We gotta bring our own shit to the table. We gotta stop hating on each other. You got your friend, you doing some shit, y'all do some shit together. Y'all gonna bring each other up. And then we can come to the table, because we ain't no second-class citizens to nobody. We're some of the most beautiful, most intelligent people in the world. And tonight we're gonna celebrate that black excellence in here in Philly. Give me some theme music. We're gonna schedule one song. Let's go!
Today we basically riding up to what's that, Boom 103, and contacted us after the rally. Well, during the time of the organization of the rally, and they've been trying to get with us to kind of see what motivated us to start the rally, or what motivated us to start the petition, which sparked the rally. So we're going up here now to kind of discuss to see how we can do some community initiatives between the two. Our clients that we represent and them as our sponsorship, and hopefully sponsorship at home. Somebody that can help further the narrative on what we're trying to do. So we'll see what's up. Telling him where our family basically represents the community. On mine, we got 3 houses on the same block. One of the houses has always been dedicated for anybody that needs a place to stay. Her personal house was always like a food cupboard, soup bowl kitchen or whatever. You can always come there and get something to eat, always get food. So it's been installed into us. And when me and Tiffany, we was laughing, we was thinking about it, we was thinking about how funny it was. When we started Fine Print, we never thought that we'd be doing or service in the community as our entry into the entertainment business. Like with Lil Uzi. We might have thought we can get his account and do branding and marketing and so forth and so on. But come to find out, it's just like God guided us to the point we just doing community service work for him. But servicing the people and having the spirit and the mindset to service first is bringing everything else into play. So that's like our motto. That's like, our foundation is really to serve and to help people. So the businesses that we in, we can help them, but at the same time, the man got a right to get paid from the sweat of his brow. So we charge fees for it.
Okay.
TV Bay right here.
How you, bro?
Good for self. How you doing?
DJ Caesar.
DJ Caesar.
See you out there.
I'm out. Was I out LA?
Yeah, I see you.
Yeah?
Yeah, we was out there.
So yesterday, man, you was talking and you had said something that was interesting, so I want to kind of share this with the people. I want you to speak on this. You said, like, in your transition, from your former life into your new life, doing positive things and trying to help the community, you had a lot of roadblocks because of your past and, your reputation. You said your reputation kind of precedes you, so people who don't know you, that heard about you, have a certain, premeditated thoughts about you before ever meeting you and talking to you. So that kind of hinder you from, making certain progressions you try and make. So speak a little bit about that, because you do a lot of positive things in the community, but it seems like people like to, speak on the other stuff more than they speak on the positive stuff.
Well, not too many times you run into people that actually talk about you to your face. So a lot of the stuff that people say to me never really affect me one way or another. Because, like I said, very seldom do people tell you stuff to your face. But it's been a challenge. Like, it's been a challenge in corporate America. It's been a challenge with the lending offices and the banks and stuff like that. Hard money lenders, it blow my mind. People that charge you 20% interest got in there to act like conventional banks and run to do background checks on you and everything. So it was posing a lot of struggles on me. Like, I may have had a building that I could have liquidated and took some income out of that property to advance my cause or advance myself and my family. And I was getting turned down left and right. And so it's not just in the streets or you know, or amongst, you know, just from regular common folk. I mean, even in corporate America, people be judgmental and they take your past and they hold their past against you. So it's been a major struggle with me with that. So just to try to convince people that, I think it's not necessarily me trying to convince anybody, because I do for self, and I kind of like, I don't work for nobody, so I kind of control my destiny. But it's still been a probation period, you know what I mean? Not just with my PO, but it's been a probation period, you know, with people, because people want to see that you know, are making a real true transition. So I get it, I understand. So it's just about building trust and keep hitting base hits.
Alright, and I see you around Kenny Gamble and stuff like that, so speak a little bit about, you know, the stuff that he's doing and the stuff that you're doing with him.
I'll tell you a story about me and Kenny Gamble. Me and Kenny Gamble go back over 20-something years. Kenny Gamble when I first met Kenny Gamble, he asked me to do security outside his house. He was just planning on moving from the suburb house that he had. He was moving back into a house that he grew up at here, was born and raised at here in South Philadelphia on 15th and Christian. He said, "No, I need you to do security for me outside my house." At the time, I was in the streets running around. I said, "Kenny, I might need security outside my house, man." You know what I'm saying? I said, "But you can give my father a job, you can give my brother a job." And that's what he did. And my brother and my father worked for Kenny. My brother still worked at University of Orton Reed. He's the athletic director now at the school, and he's head of climate control. But me and Kenny Gamble learned from the same mentor, a brother named Sheikh Abdul Malik. Me, Kenny Gamble, and Sheikh Abdul Malik used to talk on the phone every day for 2-3 years straight after Fajr prayer. We used to talk about community development, talk about nonprofit organizations and CDCs, community development corporations, and how those things could benefit the community. And at one time, we were just two grumble guys that wanted to do something for the community, and Kenny was really trying to help the Muslim community, and it was just, you know, too much chaos. So our mentor told us, "Hey, keep complaining about what someone's not doing. Go down South Philly, Kenny, open up your own organization, do your own 501c3 certification, and do this and do that. Stop this complaining and just do your own thing." That do for self mentality. So that's when Kenny Gamble started Universal Companies, and I started Point Breeze Youth Development in about 1997, 1996, around that time. And from then, of course, Kenny, much more wealthier than me, he was able to do a lot of things and build this community, but he's always been a parent organization over top of Point Breeze Youth Development. Even before we got our 501c3 certification, we would use this 501c3 certification for donations, and he's just always been a backbone with us, and we always been a backbone with him. And we're planning on still doing some stuff, because we get ready to open up a community center at 1311 Point Breeze Avenue. It'll be the Point Breeze Community Outreach Center, where we provide resources. We have a library for kids to come over there to be able to get help with tutoring for math, reading, and social studies. They can come in there and get all kind of help, mentorships, anything you need for jobs, anything you need for to pay your bills, grant money, so all the information that you need, human resources basically. We're gonna have everything that you need there to be able to help you be more effective in your well-being here in South Philadelphia. So stay tuned for that. We also doing that with Kenny Gamble, University Companies. He's donating a building back to us, and I say back because I used to own a building. I had the building under contract. I put down like $7,500 on the building, but Kenny asked me to buy the building. I let him buy the building, and I donated the money. So time goes on, things come back full circle, and now we got the community center that we great build back in South Philly. So we should stay tuned for that as well. So Kenny has been very instrumental in being a mentor to me, just giving me confidence and let me know that his whole thing with me, whatever you want me to do, dog. I asked him to come down there to testify for Meek Mills. You understand? He didn't hesitate. I asked him to make phone calls to help Meek Mills. He never hesitated. You understand? So this is a guy that's never been judgmental. He understands the youth. He understands the importance of having the youth around. And we trying to build some things. Also coming soon with Kenny Gamble, we're doing a lifetime achievement ceremony for Kenny Gamble. And we're going to do it the Rhythm and Blues Hall of Fame will be here in Philadelphia. And we're going to do a big announcement about that. I'm sort of kind of doing an announcement now, but at the end of the day, it's going to become bigger, and we're going to do a whole lifetime achievement ceremony for Kenny Gamble and Mr. Huff. So I'm on that team as well with Universal, along with Carl Gamble, Raheem Islam, and a few of us is really trying to bring a lot of stuff here back to Philadelphia, to bring the respectability back to Philadelphia. And the Rhythm and Blues Hall of Fame will give us that stamp. The Rhythm and Blues Hall of Fame and the museum will give us a tourist attraction that's music related. So when someone Googles something about Philadelphia, music, or Philadelphia, tourism, Rhythm and Blues Hall of Fame Museum will be here, and we're gonna be breaking ground soon on that.
All right. For the people that's tuned in, who hearing you talk about Kenny Gamble, who watching, who might have no idea who he is, just briefly tell them like a little bit about who he is to make significance to, you know, him working with you and stuff like that.
Kenny Gamble is responsible for the sound track or the sound of Philadelphia. Kenny Gamble is the founder, along with him and Mr. Leon Huff. Kenny Gamble is the founder of Universal, what was it? Oh, Philly International. Excuse me. Kenny Gamble is the founder of Philly International Records, who sold over 150 million records, is in the Hall of Fame, Grammys, MTV Music Awards, everything that you can imagine. Kenny Gamble is the Barry Gordon of Philadelphia. Kenny Gamble and Philly International was always between number 1 and 2 of Motown. One time Motown will be number 1, Philly International will be number 1. He produced countless 3,000 songs the man wrote. So it's like we got legends like that, and that's why we got to bring all of our executives back, and that's what part of the Lifetime Achievement Ceremony will be about, is to bring all our celebrities, all our executives back to Philadelphia and pay homage to Kenny Gamble and Mr. Leon Huff. And at that point there, we can have a discussion on how we can really build the respectability back for Philadelphia music scene here in Philadelphia, because we have a product to sell in the pitch, which will be the Philadelphia Rhythm and Blues Hall of Fame.